because you're a punk. Because at this point, you got me. You do not get the chance to call me aggressive when you have not seen aggressive. I can show you aggressive. I can show you an aggressive ass, DC ass. If you think the way that I was acting while I was your friend was aggressive, you ain't seen nothing yet, baby. You ain't seen me as an enemy. He replies back, wasn't you supposed to block me? Now you're confused as to why you're getting called aggressive. Didn't like 7 people tell you that? Let me tell you how him saying that is so up. When I sat in that car with you for 16 hours, we had a long talk about how I'm tired of people calling me aggressive when y'all don't know me. I'm tired of people calling me aggressive. I'm not aggressive. If you get to know me, if you talk to me in real life, people that actually know me know that I'm naturally like this. I'm from Northeast DC. This is how I... Welcome back to Vlogs by Name. My name is Nay. You already know what's going on. So before I start this video, I just want to say that I'm only making this video because this follower right here told me to do it. And I feel like I need to apologize and also clear the air on a lot of things. One thing about me is if I'm in the wrong, I'm in the fucking wrong. I have no issue apologizing or correcting whatever the fuck I said or whatever the fuck I did. So first things first, the whole Kees, Rkky, and Nijhea, I hope I'm saying her name right. I had no idea about her. I didn't know her. I didn't know anything about her, which is why I didn't speak on her. I just said, oh, his friends, da-da-da. So yeah, let's just clear it on that. I watched her video, and I'm not gonna lie, some parts made me want to cry because I'm like, okay, I didn't know all of this was going on. Which, of course, I wouldn't know all of this was going on. I'm not friends with them. I don't know them personally. I just got on the internet and decided to speak my opinion based off of the one-sided that I knew, the one side that I knew. And let me give a little bit of clarity on that side. So the only reason why I made that video and why I was speaking so heavily on Keys' side is because when I went viral for that gym crush situation, he reached out to me and checked up on me. And when this happened, I was just trying to return the favor because I'm like, I understand what it's like to be in the spotlight and to have everybody, you know, talking about you and da-da-da. I didn't know the situation was this deep. My situation wasn't that deep, okay? My situation wasn't that deep. But I didn't know it was this deep. I didn't know that he was friends with Nijhea for 5 years. I didn't know that. I knew he'd been friends with Rkky for a while, but I didn't know he had been friends with... So, after watching her video, I feel like Kees really probably did his big one in the worst way possible. Me personally, let me just say this. I would, if I have anybody I've been friends with longer than 5 years, yeah, I'm not bringing shit to the internet. I really don't care to do that. So, because I had made a comment under one of my videos and I was like, if I'm not being friends with that person no more, I'm going to bring it to the internet. Let me rephrase that. If I had not been friends with that person for long, then yeah, I'm only speaking about me. I'm going to speak on my experience and make sure the shit is valid. Everything, Kees really took that entire, he really took that entire situation and flipped it so that Rkky and Nijhea look like the bad guys. I'm sitting here, she coming with receipts, she's coming with facts, she's coming with everything. Kees made that video, and what really hurt me and what really made me, like, you know, understand Nijhea on a whole other level, or on the same level as everybody else was, is the fact that he called her an aggressive ass bitch after she told him that a lot of people call her that and that bothers her. To throw something back in your friend's face like that is the worst thing you possibly do. And I've had that happen to me. So I completely understand where Nijhea's coming from. You don't ever do that shit. You don't ever, like, he knew exactly how to trigger her and he did it, which that's some evil ass shit. I personally have never done that shit to anybody. And the reason why I say I can relate to Nijhea is because, like, I have a thing where people block me and then they don't say anything. So I recently had somebody block me on everything, and I had to find out through somebody else, and that hurt me to the core because you knew in the past people literally blocked me without an explanation, and it hurt me. So I know where she's coming from, to have something like that thrown back in your face. Like, when she said that, like, I literally felt chills all over my body, and I felt myself about to cry because I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, that is fucked up. And I just like everything. I'm sorry, everything Nijhea was saying was valid. I mean, she came with receipts. Everything she was saying made perfect fucking sense. It really, really put the icing on the cake. And so before I watched her video, I had went to Kees' page and saw that he had posted a video like addressing everything. There is nothing he could say or do that will make him in a good light. It's best for him to just sit this one out and wait for it to die down, because you literally, I don't know if anybody would want to be bothered with somebody who could just, you know, do something like this to someone that you were friends with for 5 years. I'm looking at the text message that she put in the video, and it's like you're talking to her like she's somebody off the street. And then she had talked about how, like, you know, they helped her and Rkky helped him pay his rent, and he was basically saying, like, I don't know. I feel like, me personally, I've had my friends help me pay my rent. I've had no shame. I've had my friends, TikTok followers. I've had hella people help me pay my rent. So I would never in my life cross those people. Just because you went out of your way to help me when you probably didn't even have it to help me, you had to get it to help me. So it's like, this just really paints, for me, it paints Kees in a completely different light for me, because it's like, yeah, you reached out to me and you checked up on me when the whole gym crush situation was happening, but I can't be here for you for this situation, because this is too big for me and I have to stand on the side of right. And I thought I was on the side of right, but I was not. And I can get on the internet and say, like, yeah, I was fucking wrong. The previous 2 videos, I was wrong. He made them seem like they was homophobic and that they were the worst people on the face of this planet. And you got her saying she ain't never even said that fucking word. And then she pulls the video up where she said it, but she didn't even fucking say it. Crazy part is, I seen that video on my For You page. So I'm like, she didn't say it, she mouthed it. And she wasn't even saying it in that way. And so it's like, it's really weird. And it's really weird how he's moving. That's all I can say. I can't say much about it, but it's just really fucking weird. And I feel so bad. Like, I feel like, me personally, I need to apologize to Rkky and Nijhea, because I got up on the internet saying, yeah, that's weird as fuck, they weird as hell, not knowing the whole story. And that makes me feel bad. So I just want to apologize, because y'all don't deserve to go through this at all. And yes, I was following Kees way longer than I was following Rkky, but I gotta stand on the side of right. I really hope Kees get the help that he needs, because to do something, and this is my thing. I was saying in my previous video how I was like, you know how stuff build up and you let stuff build up and then you just kind of disappear. When I said that, I mean, like, just disappear. Don't say nothing, don't post nothing, just disappear from the person's life, and they would just assume you don't want to be friends anymore. But to take something so fucking small and run to the internet and make it something way big, clickbait, everything, and you knew that everybody's going to be looking at them in a different light, it's crazy. So all of the backlash that's gonna come with I mean, shit, this shit already got 172,000 views. I promise you, by the end of the fucking weekend, that shit's gonna probably be 1 million. And so I feel like for him, he just need to sit down somewhere and really reevaluate, like, how he moves as a person, because I will post the DM right here of what I sent to him, because I genuinely, in that moment, I didn't know the full story. So I was trying to be on his side, and I was like, I understand where you're coming from, because I was in a similar situation just earlier 2 weeks ago, which I was. The only difference is, when I made my video and brought it to the internet, I didn't make, first of all, I didn't make the tag like, oh, I fell out with my friend and da da. I didn't do that. All I said was update where I've been. And in that video, like 3 minutes of that video was me just talking about my experience with the person that I fell out with. And the thing is, though, I didn't drag it all over the internet. I posted one video, that's it, and I left it alone. I spoke on my experience and how I felt in that moment. And even listening to Nijhea's video, I'm like, you know what? Some things just don't need to be on the internet. And I can take accountability and say that I will no longer be bringing, like, if I fall out with somebody, that's not going to be on the internet. Because she's absolutely right. Not everything needs to be on the fucking internet. And a conversation definitely could have fixed their situation. My situation, there was nothing that could fix the conversation. So when I made that video on my TikTok talking about a conversation, sometimes a conversation can't fit stuff. I was talking about my own personal situation, but I also was referring to the Kees situation before I watched Nijhea's video. So I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm probably not. But yeah, before I watched her video, a conversation, he literally could have had a conversation with them, and he was trying to find an out anyways to stop being friends with them for some odd reason. And when she had mentioned like, oh, like we tried to like find activities to do with him and he didn't want to do that, it just gave he didn't want to be friends with them. Is that a lash? That better be a motherfucking lash and not a bug, and not a weird fucking roach. Oh no, that's lashes. Okay. So yeah, that it just gave he did not want to be friends with them. And it also gives that when Nijhea and Rkky got close, that probably fucked with him because he wanted to be close with you know, I don't know. That's what I'm getting. It's just that's what it's giving. I don't know Kees personally. All I know is he reached out to me and when I was going through it, so I was just trying to be there for him. But it's hard to be there for somebody who put themselves in this situation. Now that I got the full story, he's on the side of wrong. And had he not brought it to the internet in that light of making them look bad, he probably would have been able to salvage that friendship. And now he's never going to get friends like that again. I don't know too many people who's going to fucking volunteer to pay your rent for you. And that's coming from somebody who's had their rent paid by their friends and their fucking followers. So to do something like that is absolutely beyond crazy. And I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, so that's my take on it. A lot of my followers was beating my head in. I'm sorry, babes. Next time, I will wait until everybody drop their part and then speak my 2 cents. She also spoke about how she was like saying, like, imagine being the friend and finding out that your friend that you love with your whole heart is talking about you on the internet to a million people and you just now finding out about it. And the crazy part is he didn't even give them no type of time. Like he really played the situation like she said, it was calculated down to the very fucking end. And so I just feel like he really kind of chewed off more than he could eat, because it's like, I don't know. I don't have a lot of friends. I have a good solid maybe 20 friends. And y'all might see, that's a lot, that's a lot. That's not a lot of people. And I probably talk to 5 on a daily. And yeah, so this is my take on it. And I just want to apologize because I didn't know the full story. And people were like, you shouldn't be jumping in their business. Everybody was jumping in their business. And honestly, I wanted to stick up for Kees because in that moment, when I made the 2 videos, I thought he was right. And that's because I didn't know her side. And I'm not in the spams. Before anybody be like, they was posting their spam. I'm not in Rkky's spam. I didn't know Nijhea until just now, until I watched her video, until Kees brought her to my attention. I was never the one saying like, oh, I know Nijhea was saying it. I didn't even know her. I wasn't saying that. I was just like, they're weird, because that's what I thought. But clearly, I was wrong. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Yeah, this is my video clearing the air. Now I will be releasing a okay, like, are we still going to the gym or what? I will be releasing another video about oh yeah, my Temu haul, and me putting up this little canopy, this little bed fucking curtain sheet. I don't fucking know. Y'all will see me doing it in the video. That will be the next video I upload. But yeah, y'all, this is my take on it. And I am so, like I said again, I'm so sorry. I never had no hate towards Rkky. I just, when I had first found out about the situation, I was like, that's weird as fuck. But now knowing the whole situation, I really hope they can heal and they didn't deserve this. Rkky and Nijhea didn't deserve this, and I hate that they had to go through this situation. But you know, sometimes things happen for a reason, and clearly, her and Nijhea were supposed to get closer, and Kees falling out with everybody is just how things go. So, I feel like, yeah, I feel like, you know, he kind of did his big one in the worst way possible. Sometimes, you know, you have to pick and choose your battles. And this was a battle he could have chose privately and handled it privately. He didn't have to bring this to the internet, but he did for petty and calculated reasons, and it ended up biting him in his ass. So I feel like he just made the biggest example out of himself of why you shouldn't do what he did. It's okay to post clickbait, but when it pertains to hurting people that you know still have a place for you in their heart, it's crazy. It's crazy. So,
come on!